Good morning, teachers. It's come to my attention that some of you are having difficulty posting an assignment and linking a Google Doc that students can edit. So this morning, I want to show you how to do that in Google Classroom, and hopefully this will make your experience a little better as we transition to virtual learning. So here I am in my example class, and I'm going to go up to classwork. Actually, I'm going to go up to classwork. And from classwork, I have a number of options when it comes to posting or creating an assignment. I can create a regular assignment, a quiz assignment, which will link to Google Forms. I can create a question like a bell ringer where kids can respond within the stream. I can post material, which doesn't require any sort of response, or I can reuse an old post. Today, we're going to create an assignment. Now, you have several options when you create an assignment. You can use a title, which is of course necessary, but I find titles that are shorter and descriptive by keywords tend to be a little better for students to find them in their stream. You also want to include instructions, which I don't really think are optional, but are mandatory, especially in a virtual learning environment. Here, I find that putting things in steps, listing them in steps, literally will help students to follow those steps. You can assign this to multiple classes at once if it fits those classes. You can assign it to individual students, which I don't have in this particular class. But keep in mind that one, when you do that, the assignment you post will only post to those students' Google Classroom stream, but every assignment will post to your Google Classroom stream. So it is very easy to clutter up your stream with the same assignment by name. You can assign it a point value, you can assign it a due date as well as a time, and you can create a topic to help keep your assignments organized. I personally am using the dates. So for example, this past week, everything was listed under the topic April 6th through 10. Now, the big thing here is how do we link a Google Doc and make it so that kids can edit or type in the Google Doc and then return it to me as a teacher? So I'm going to go to Add Attachment and select Google Doc. This is going to open a window where you have a couple of options at the top here. And for me, if I just recently created the Google Doc assignment, it's going to show up here under Recents. So I'm going to go down to Google Doc Example, and I'm going to add. Now what this does is attaches that Google Doc file that I created for students, but you still have a couple options. And this is where you need to pay attention to the options because this is what will allow students to work on the document. So this first option, students can view file, simply means they can view it, but they can't do anything to it. The second option, students can edit file. This might sound like what you want, but keep in mind, this does not allow an individual student to work on the assignment. It allows every student in the class to work on the assignment. So for example, if you have 30 students will edit one document, which can be crazy, or that can be exactly what you want. Just know what you're choosing. The third option, which from the sound of it is what many of you want, is to make a copy for each student. When you select this option and a student goes to the assignment in their Google Classroom, it actually personalizes, Google will personalize the document with their name, and then it auto creates a folder in your Google Drive where every student's Google Doc is listed by their name. Really a neat feature and very helpful to the teacher. Now, of course, from Classroom, you can click on the assignment and open Score Work, and it will also list every assignment by the student's name there for your assessment as well. So I think this is what you're wanting. I hope this helps. And if there's any other videos that would be helpful to you to help you navigate this transition to virtual learning, please ask. I'm more than happy to help however I can.